how did practice go today, and do you feel like the team is progressing to the schedule that you might want it to be?
Yeah, today was a great day. We had a better feel for the things that we put in yesterday, so I liked the flow that came today. And we played a lot more. We played full court today. We didn't do that yesterday, and very pleased with the effort, the energy. Guys look good out there.
You use the starting lineup today?
No. We had three teams, and we just divided them positionally. We spread guys all over the place. So no hints on starting lineup.
What's your kind of updated thought on Draymond? How much he could take at center? How much you want to play him at center this year already?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in the past we really wanted to play Draymond at center for 10 or 12 minutes a game, but that was more during the first half of this run, 15 to 19. That was pretty consistent. I generally started somebody else. Obviously, last year we started him at center. I think it's more feasible now, given that the league is playing faster and more three-point shooting, all that. But still, there's part of me that's like 82 games of Draymond playing center, and there are teams trying to play bigger now, and so I don't love the idea of just Draymond being the starting five and playing heavy minutes there game after game.
I mean, do you feel like it's potentially, even with starting lineup, then it might be a game-by-game, matchup-by-matchup thing?
Getting back to that starting lineup.
I mean, you ended the year last year, obviously, with Trace at the 5.
Yeah.
You talked about how good that was for you guys defensively, and good for Draymond.
Yeah.
I know want to be a very good defensive team this year, so I'm not necessarily asking who's starting, but do you feel like Draymond should start?
Oh, Draymond's going to start. I just don't know if it's at the 4 or the 5. And I probably should have clarified that yesterday. When I said, you asked me about the 2, and I said that everything sort of depends on how it all shakes out. Draymond is, he's obviously starting. I just don't know where, 4 or the 5. And we have to figure that out in this camp. Loon has come in lean and playing really well. Trace has improved. JK had a really good day today. I thought Moses had an excellent practice. And then it's really exciting seeing, Kyle Anderson, DeAnthony, Buddy. Like, these guys are really good veteran players, but right in their primes. So we've got a lot of options for sure. And I'm not playing around and keeping anything from you guys. I am legitimately trying to figure out who our starting group will be.
Regardless of where he fits in rotation with Buddy, do you see him as just a pure shooter? Or what else do you want to see from him whenever?
Well, that's his, the number one skill is shooting that 3. He's obviously elite, and we need that losing Clay. So, Buddy is he's going to space the floor for us, but he's capable of scoring in other ways too. He can get to the rim a little bit and score in transition. And I think he has the ability to be a better defender than his reputation preceding him. So I've been really happy watching Buddy compete and play out there. He's a good player.
Draymond, a guy who plays for championships, to buy into basically building it over again. After winning 5 championships, get to all those finals, and now you got these guys who are older. They could easily say, trade me to a championship team. That's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but I never feel like I have to talk Draymond into anything. He's going to compete no matter what. Obviously, Steph, Draymond, if we could have gotten another superstar player to come in here, they would have loved that. But we didn't. We tried, but we didn't. But we got some really good vets who've come in from the summer movement. And we got guys who are scrappy. I see Draymond and Steph really enjoying this team. And I think, the hard part is to modern sports fandom, everything is, win the championship or nothing else matters. But it's really not true. What matters is, do you have a good team? Do you have a team that your fans love watching? Do you have a team that, hey, we got a shot? Like, let's be scrappy. Let's be tough as hell. Let's have a team that brings a lot of juice, a lot of energy, a lot of joy. This is not a zero-sum game. Everybody wants to make it like, well, do Steph and Draymond want to get out of here because the Warriors are no longer a championship? I just think that's it can't possibly work that way. Otherwise, like 24 teams should just not show up at the beginning of every year, But that's kind of the tone that everybody wants to set. Like, you don't win a championship, you're a failure. It's not real life. So what's real life for us is we have a chance to have a hell of a year and be a really scrappy, tough, defensive-minded team. We have the pieces to do that. And when you do stuff right and you do stuff with a plan and you do stuff with force, it sets you up to take another step. So it's never as simple as black or white.
In your experience, I guess as a coach and a player, does that sensation of, oh, I might not be able to win a championship here, maybe I'll leave, does that change after you've already won a bunch of times like these guys have?
I do think every team has to assess their own set of circumstances for sure. And if we didn't have any championships, then maybe our front office would approach things differently. But chances are I wouldn't be here, and Draymond wouldn't be here anymore. And so we are adapting to our set of circumstances. Every team has to figure out what their own circumstances are. But I think every team now in the league is under incredible external pressure to win a championship or they're a failure. And because that's the easy narrative and that's kind of the American sports culture right now. And it's going to be really interesting because a lot of teams have put all their chips in the middle, and let's see where everybody is 10 years from now. We might swing completely back in the other direction. There might be a handful of teams that go, man, look what we did. We got no picks. We got nothing, and they're stuck now for years. So we got to see where all this stuff shakes out. For us, we're just trying to continue what has been an amazing run. We've won 4 titles. We want to keep going. We want to win another one. The best way we know how is to do what we're doing right now, make the personnel moves we've made, coach these guys up, bring the juice, bring the joy to the game. Let's see how good we can get, and you go from there.
Trace got taller this summer.
You get taller?
That's what Mike told Kerr.
Really?
I guess he grew an inch. I don't know.
First I've heard of it. Yeah,
Okay.
he looks good though. Trace is. I think he's feeling that second year jump. Where everything makes more sense and you're making your decision a little quicker. Trace has had a good couple of days.
What are your early impressions of Quentin?
I like Quentin. He's 5 years in college is very meaningful. I think especially as a big. He's a very physical player. I was talking to Draymond before practice, and he loves Quentin. He loves how physical he is in every regard. And I think you learn that if you're in college for 5 years and getting better and getting your confidence up. And he's a really good three-point shooter. He's got good feel as a passer and dribble handoff guy. So I'm excited about Quentin. He's got a chance to fill a role that we don't really have, a pick and pop big. I don't know that we've ever had that. Three-point shooting, like legitimate 7-footer, like physicality. But he's got a ways to go. I'm not anticipating that this year. I think he'll be in Santa Cruz a lot, but he was a hell of a draft pick because size and skill and toughness and really smart. Late second round, great pick.
I know it's not the Chase Center, but it came out today that the Saturday's game in Manoa is sold out.
Nice.
What kind of atmosphere and reception are you expecting from the Hawaii crowd? Very excited to have you.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I've watched a few sold-out women's volleyball games from that arena. You know, my daughter played college volleyball, and so I'm kind of a volleyball fan. I know I've seen that arena go crazy for volleyball, and it'll be fun for us to feel the energy from the fans here, and you know, to bring our show, bring our team to the islands is pretty special for us, and we're going to feel a lot of love knowing it's sold out, knowing the fans are excited.
You said Kuminga looked good today. I'm just like, is there anything different about his game? Do you feel like?
I just thought what he did today was he attacked the rim in transition. He made some really good passes. He ran without the ball a couple times, like ahead of the play to pull the defense in, and somebody else got a shot behind him. So I think he's more comfortable now in his fourth year, like recognizing plays, just seeing the game a little bit better, and he had a good day today.
I know you said it late last season, like kind of the hesitancy to play him at the three and his long-term view there. Is that a key to maybe unlocking a lot of your kind of lineup questions, though, is maybe him getting to the point?
Well, again, I mean, if it depends who's playing the 4 and the 5, and you know, these are all the things we have to figure out, combinations, and you know what fits, what doesn't, and you know, we'll try to figure that out the next few weeks.
Any combinations you like today?
Steph with anybody, that was a good combination. Yeah, Draymond was fantastic. He's really in good shape and he's moving well. I was very impressed with all three groups. We played we scrimmaged short-term, like short scrimmages with three groups, so the next group would come in. All three groups really executed well, so that was the main thing for me. It's like I'm just not, you know, I'm not in that mode yet of like trying to put combos together. I'm just trying to put concepts in and how we want to play, and our guys have responded really well.
Did Mooney take a three?
He did. He finished the scrimmage with a corner three and made it, and that was.
Really?
We were like, that's it. Yeah. So.
I mean, what's your? Obviously, he's trying to add that a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you like, wanting him to?
I'm all for it. I want Loon, but I want Loon to be. He's not a pick and pop 3-point shooter, right? I mean, he's a broken play. He's on the perimeter, shot clock, you know, going down. He's open. Let that thing fly, you know. But that's different from being Kevin Love, you know. So, but he feels it. Loon still has to be who he is, which is a guy who's getting a lot of stuff done in the paint and offensive boards and setting screens. But yeah, if he's open, I want standstill shooting. I want him shooting up here.